It is a great joy and honor to come into your homes and your minds with a message of empowerment and enlightenment. This is Emmanuel Mensah, a co-founder of the Eagle Mentality Group. At the Eagle Mentality Group, we teach and propagate information about the power of thought, universal laws and principles, and how these laws and our thinking comes together to form or to create our realities. All human beings are creating their realities, be it individually or collectively, based on the thoughts that we hold as our dominant thoughts. And so you don't have to believe it, you don't have to even agree with it, but the fact is that that is the reality. And you only live to discover this, either in this your lifetime or the next lifetime you come back to this earth. And so today I am going to speak to you on the topic, you do not have a soul, but you are a soul. I repeat, you do not have a soul, but you are a soul. But before we go on, I just want to take this opportunity to appeal to you to click on the subscribe button if you haven't done that. And also circulate this message in your network and let us help one another to transform ourselves, our lives, our communities, and our towns and cities. If you have already done that, then we just want to say we appreciate you and thank you for your good work. Let us continue to spread the word. And so you do not have a soul, but you are a soul. All human beings since time immemorial, have the common understanding that there is something called soul. But what we have been told is that we have the soul, and therefore the soul and us appears to be two separate things. If you are something, you cannot have it, but you are part of it, you see. And so the misunderstanding or the confusions around this aspect of us is what I'm here today to shed light on it, such that all of us will have the understanding and we will know where our power is. Your soul, or what we call soul, is God in you. Every human being has a soul. And the soul, okay, every human being is a soul. I'm going against my own topic. You see, every human being has a soul. But your soul is part of God. And therefore, that soul extended part of it into this physical world. But before we go there, let us now look at this. What is matter? The material world. The material world and the spiritual or energy world are not different things. They are the same. But the material realm is the furthest, the densest part of spirit or energy world. And so it is like if you take the Volta River in Ghana, it had its origin or source in Upper Volta, now Burkina Faso. And the water has traveled all the way through Ghana and then into the sea. If you look at this river and you say the water in the middle of the sea is different from the source, then you are making a mistake. It is the same water that has extended across this vast land. And therefore, the water, if you are on the water in the estuary near to the lake or even Akosombo area, you don't see the source, but that doesn't mean that that water is not part of the source, you see. And so it is with all human beings. We are spirits, we are energy, and energy extended into this part that we call the material world. So you are an extension, it's just an extension of the spiritual state. When we get to this part, spirit turns itself into material things. And so if you look at the material things and you say they are different from the spiritual nature, then you are making a big mistake. And that is where our soul come in. God is the larger entity, body. And all of us, God has petitioned, let me use that word, God has petitioned himself into all of us, everything in the universe, with identity and personality in terms of human beings. But you are still in existence within God. And as I use the Venn diagram analogy in one or two of my episodes, and so the extension of you as a soul within God into the outer world or into the physical material world doesn't separate you from your source, which is the soul. And therefore it is a misconception for you to say that you have a soul, and that soul is something that it's only when you move out of this place into the spiritual world that you become, or you operate in at the soul level. But as a matter of fact, you are a soul walking here, but your physical body and your personality in the material world is the furthest extension of your soul, of you. So you are larger than what you see. The greater part of you is submerged in the spiritual world, and you are just a tip of you that is outside. And so take this analogy to help you to understand it. We have what we call iceberg. Every iceberg had its deeper part under the water, and it is only a small fraction, the tip of it, that is showing outside. So if you look at the iceberg, the tip of it, and you say that is the end of the story, then you are more or less acting or behaving out of ignorance. The greater part of it is there. Without the greater part of the iceberg that is submerged in water, the smaller part that you see will not exist. You see, so it is the extension of the iceberg outside or above the water level that you see. And so your personality, your body, and all the things we see is the extension of the spiritual state, or the soul, extension of the soul above that level, the spiritual level, into the outer world that we see ourselves, you see. And so you are not just a common or a simple thing walking here, but you are a God. You are God in the body of God. And you do not have a soul, but you are a soul. So this is the time you got to understand it and accept who you are, and then begin to walk in that power and an authority. There is no separation between us and God. There is no separation between us and God. But what we have is unity, oneness. It is only that we, out of our ignorance, we disturb our relationship between us and our higher self, which is the soul, you see. And so you got to understand that, and then take it as your guiding principle. And whatever you are doing on earth here, it is your soul, it is that part of you that is animating you, that is God working through you, you see. And when you know this, you will know how to organize your life. One, soul is God, and God is pure, God is holy, and God sees things only in one direction, and that is good, positively. And so when anything appears before you, that thing becomes your subject of attention. You, the extension of soul, of the soul in this outer world. You are given the free choice, the free will to choose, to make choices. And when you make choices that aligns with the larger part of you, which is soul or God, you feel good, you feel wonderful, you feel excited, and then you co-create with that larger part of you beautiful and wonderful lives. If you go against that, then it means you are separating yourself. Let me use the word separate, but there is no separation. Yeah. So that means you are disturbing the connection between you in the higher in the outer world and you in the unseen world, and therefore there is confusion, and the confusion is what you experience as your negative emotions, you see. And so when you know this, then that you begin to take control of your thinking. Your mind is the center of everything, and your mind is the link between you and the other side of you, that is the soul. So it is when a man, the man in the material world, your personality merges with you in the non-physical world, in the spiritual world, the larger part of you, which is God or soul, then that we say you become one with God, and therefore you allow God to flow through you. And so do not see yourself as separated from God, and do not see yourself as having a soul that is living somewhere. You are here as a powerful human being, created in the image and the likeness of God, and to work with your higher self, which is God himself, to create prosperous and wonderful life experiences. And so all the things that we go through, especially health-wise and monetary-wise, we are poor, we are this and that, as a result of us wandering away from our true self. Any man or woman that is connected with his or her true self is centered and is collected, and all things in the universe gravitate towards him. As a matter of fact, we do not earn wealth, or we do not build wealth. We attract wealth. We do not create, or we do not make health. We attract health, because we are attractors, beings of attraction, with the help of the law of attraction. And all these things happened between your higher self and your lower self. Your higher self is that aspect of you that is still maintaining you from the non-physical world. And so you are God on earth here, and therefore take up your right, and take up your right and your divine right to act, move, walk, and do things as a God. A soul that is here, a soul is powerful, a soul is pure, a soul is holy. Therefore you are pure and powerful, regardless of your choices. There is nothing as sin or whatever. Your choices are those that brings about consequences. There's only cause and effect. And so you are a powerful being. You are a soul. And soul only think in one direction. And therefore you must think in one direction. See all things as good. See all things as pure. Regardless of the situation. Your errors are your errors. If you correct the errors, everything will turn around, you see. And so you are not here to be buffeted with all these things. You are not here to be controlled. As a God, as a soul, you are not to be controlled. You are not to beg for anything. You are not to to operate as a subordinate to your fellow human being. We work across each other, support each other. But no one is powerful than you, and no one is higher than you. No one is greater than you. You are here in your own unique individuality. And as I said in one of my episodes, the work we do here at Eagle Mentality Group is to expose you to the power that you have in your individuality. You are a God in the image and the likeness of God. And therefore you are powerful. Nothing can harm you. No one has power to do anything to you except you giving that person or that thing the right or the chance by your thinking. But once you are in alignment with that who you are, that is God. God is powerful. God is omnipotent. God is omniscient. Therefore, you are powerful. All things that you need to know will be revealed to you at the right time, in the right moment. All the things that you need to have will be given to you at the right time and in the right moment. And so, no need for you to worry. No need for you to be in despair. But there is the need for you to rejoice. There is the need for you to recognize the fact that you are always in God, and God is always in you. God is working and flowing through you. Therefore, take up your rights as a human being and think as a God, and to create, to co-create with your higher self, your higher self, or God, for better life. Therefore, today, I just want to encourage you, be open up and be open-minded. Look for the truth. Look for new ways of doing things. These are not new things, but these are old things. By now, for you, it is a new thought. It's a new thing to you because you are now being exposed to it. But what I want to tell you is that you did not beg to be on this earth. And no one actually begged on your behalf for you to be on this earth. You came here on your purpose and your individuality. And that purpose and individuality still holds. You are just an extension of a powerful force into this outer world. Therefore, you are not different from this powerful force that makes you. And as I use the Volta Lake analogy, the water at the source of the lake and the river is not different from the river that travels, the water that travels to Ada at the estuary. They are the same. And so it is with you and God. And as the river travels from the source down into the estuary and enters the sea and become one with the sea, and so it is with you. As an extension of the soul, you travel on this journey. On one day, you enter the larger God and become one with yourself. That is who you are. And so that is all I have for you. This is just to encourage you, and this is just to enable you and to help you to know who you are and to be what you are. So take up your rightful place in the universe. You are a God operating in the human body, still as a God, helping to expand the universal God or the universe. And so before I sign up, I just want to take this opportunity to appeal to you that please click on the subscribe button and circulate this message, and let us empower ourselves and become the true beings that we are here for. Thank you, and God bless you.